Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's difficult to say what's more ridiculous about the budding triangle between Days of Our Lives Leo, Dimitri, and Gwen, that it's not actually a triangle at all, because Dimitri only beds women for gain, or that it makes seasoned connivers Gwen and Leo look like total idiots falling for a pretty face and some stilted love words. It's a veritable smorgasbord of WTF, when it might have easily been a genuine drama of a bisexual swindler driven insane by his lusts. June in Salem passed without a single rainbow banner or pride parade, and no gay romance. Leo cooled his heels as devoted bestie to Gwen, as if we hadn't moved on from Carrie Bradshaw treating gay men like accessories and calling bisexuals repulsive in the late 1990s. Sure, there's a Sex and the City revival on the air right now, but what's going on in Salem is more like Perplexed in the City. The town used to have enough queer characters for multiple cheating storylines, but now it only has 3. There's Greg Ricart's Leo, who is stabbing his BFF in the back while nabbing her man in the sack, while we wait for Johnny to return to Raven Bowen's currently loveless channel. Reportedly straight Talia is giving her soft looks. Then there's Peter Port's newly docked Dimitri, who was nearly interesting until it was revealed that he's the gay heir to a fortune who's using Gwen as his meal ticket and his beard as his meal ticket. Bisexuality does exist. As a result, we propose a genuine Gwen/Dimitri/Leo triangle. Photographer, Jill Johnson/JPI. To put it another way, where are all my bisexuals? Chanel and Ali purportedly enjoyed both men and women. Days of Our Lives decided that because they were bi, they required a guy for a threesome. Enter Alex, which he did. Ali was swiftly expelled from town after he used his genitalia instead of simply going to an adult toy store. Bye-bye. Dimitri is now stopping, to use Leo's term, a dazzled Gwen. But guess what? He doesn't enjoy it. And what about Billy Reed on Beyond Salem? It was also a struggle for him to get to that gleaming MacGuffin, the Alamanian peacock. I've had a lifetime of practice, he told a dubious Leo, before thoroughly convincing the suspicious gossip monger that he is gay. The possibility that he is bisexual was not even mentioned. What if Dimitri was caught up in his own deception? If he was truly torn between 2 best friends? If Leo wasn't betraying Gwen selfishly and hornily by allowing her to be wooed by a man he knows doesn't want her? The plot is still in its early stages, so Dimitri could still turn out to be bisexual. But if that's the case, why not inform Leo right away? Why not hide his duplicity by claiming he's in love with both and can't decide? That is still a secret Leo must keep, but it isn't as openly harsh, and it's not obvious by erasing. I don't really like Gwen, despite Emily O'Brien's excellent performance, and this twist feels outmoded and cruel. Why play schemers Leo and Gwen as Dimitri's dupes when love might make them all look foolish? Days of Our Lives spoilers claim that Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, met Clint Rawlings, Graysonberry, who was the acting mayor after Abe Carver, James Reynolds, died. Clint approached Chanel's treat table in the town square and expressed his displeasure with her decision to reopen Sweet Bits. Clint informed Chanel that if there was another issue involving Chanel and Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, he'd put Chanel out of business for good. Jada Hunter, Elia Cantor, turned up at Steve Johnson's, Stephen Nichols' house to express condolences after Steve had lost another close friend. Despite the fact that Jada and the police department had done everything possible to locate Abe, she felt they had let him down. Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace, then asked Trip Johnson, Lucas Adams, if he'd give her some solitude with Johnny Dimara, Carson Boatman, on Wednesday's episode of Days, but she assured Trip that she'd contact him. Trip mistook Wendy for Johnny and subsequently sobbed at Steve's flat. However, Steve felt Trip was giving up too quickly and sent him back to fight for Wendy because he cared so much about her. Back at Wendy's, Johnny assumed he had won her heart, but she reminded him that this was never about forcing him to compete. Wendy was trying to figure out what she wanted and needed in a companion. Wendy eventually acknowledged that Johnny's first inclination had always been to protect Channel Dupree, Raven Bowens, which was one of the reasons she'd chosen Trip. The other factor was that Wendy's feelings for Trip had grown stronger. Wendy hoped Johnny and Channel could reconcile, but he was adamant that he wanted to be with Wendy, not Channel. Johnny wondered how he might persuade Wendy of this, but all she did was kiss him on the cheek and wave farewell. On Wednesday's episode of Unveiled, Channel received a phone call from Allie Horton, Lindsay Arnold, and confirmed that she received the flowers Allie sent because of Abe. Channel informed Allie that all she ever wanted was for her to be happy after learning that Allie was seeing someone. Before Johnny appeared, Channel admitted that she wasn't seeing anyone new. Channel approached Johnny after cutting her talk with Allie short. He had just been dumped. When Trip arrived home, he was astonished to learn that Johnny had disappeared. Trip expected Johnny would want to celebrate being Wendy's boyfriend, but she maintained it wasn't his. Wendy said that she needed some alone time with Johnny to convey her decision to Trip, who was now perplexed. Trip pulled Wendy into a joyful kiss as Wendy reiterated that he was the man she wanted to be with. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Kate Roberts Brady, Lauren Koslow, discussed with Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans, enlisting Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, in her plan to get rid of Megan Dimara, Miranda Wilson. Kate felt bad because things had gone wrong for Harris and said her initial plan included a hit on Megan. However, she wanted Kayla to keep Roman Brady, Josh Taylor, out of the picture. Kayla claimed that Roman would understand Kate's impulse and conceded that she did, so Kate made fun of Kayla's new lethal side. Kayla then ran into Steve at their flat, and they exchanged updates on their earlier chats with Kate and Jada. Steve also mentioned that he gave Trip love advice and pretended to have a gift for matters of the heart. On Wednesday's episode of Days, Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, told Harris that he was entirely free of Megan's grip and that there was no need to commit him to Bayview. Harris, on the other hand, believed he needed to be locked up until he was assured Megan and Dr. Wilhelm Rolfe, Richard Wharton, couldn't screw with his mind again. Marlena continued to argue, but Harris felt that this was about survival and allowing his mind to recover. When Marlena pointed out that Harris could commit himself, he countered that if he did, he could check himself out. Harris didn't want that alternative, so he pressed Marlena once more to comply with his wishes. Megan returned later after giving Harris a sedative and agreed to have him committed to Bayview because this was so important to him. When Kate arrived to apologize for her concept going so wrong, Harris claimed that he didn't blame her because it was his own scheme that went wrong. Kate was likewise surprised to learn about Harris' Bayview ambitions. Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, was furious at Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gering, for suspending him from the Salem Police Department, especially because Rafe was sleeping with his subordinate. Sean stated that he had direct knowledge and recalled overhearing Jada's confession to Kate in the pub. Although Sean pretended that he would use the information against Rafe and Jada, he later stated that he would not be spiteful. Sean stated he wouldn't tell anyone about Rafe's relationship with Detective Hunter, which allowed the acting mayor to overhear. Clint insisted that this was a serious claim, so he spoke with Jada alone and had her confirmation. Rafe cautioned Clint that he lacked the right to suspend Jada, but Clint stated that he would not suspend either of them. Clint did, however, have the authority to appoint or remove the police commissioner as the acting mayor, so he informed Rafe that he had been sacked. Back at the hospital, Sean informed Marlena that he had been suspended from the force and asked her assistance before making matters worse. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Marlena will try everything she can to get Sean's life back on track, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.